Good afternoon. My name is Sarahi. I'm from Puerto Rico. I was 21 years old when I was raped. At that time, I was vulnerable and depressed. Also, I was going through other process that came together with this experience and affect my emotion to the point that it led to an eating disorder that made me physically weak. Also, I had a lot of anger about what happening to me, and I decided to keep quiet and ignore the situation because I thought it was guilty of what happened. I couldn't imagine the consequence this experience would have, and I was very ashamed. But after 2 months, I found out that I was pregnant, and everything became complicated for me. In a moment of desperation, loneliness, and misinformation, I decided to have an abortion because I couldn't face everything that was happening. Having a baby seemed like an additional suffering for me. I felt alone and influenced by the situation, and in the end, I did not have the strength to defend my baby life. During the process, I felt a lot of pain, fear, loneliness, and I was disoriented. I was my first time in a gynecologist's office and I expected good treatment. But what I received was a hostile, cold, and hopeless environment. The doctor did not show up. He did not speak to me at any time. I never saw my baby in the ultrasound. A night before I could regret it, the procedure has been completed. After the abortion, I felt guilt and ashamed, also grief. But at the same time, I was relieved because I wouldn't have to face a problem. However, I couldn't stop thinking about what I had done, and every day I felt God's rejection of me. So instead, I regretting it. I decided to ignore what I felt and resign myself to living with what I had done. I thought it would end there, but immense sadness plunged me into guilty again and again. This feeling grew in me, but became stronger when I got married and I could get pregnant. So instead of talking to God and resolve my conflict, I once again decided to believe that it was a consequence of my sin and that it deserved that blame. But God has been so good to me and opened a door for my healing, for what I believed was forgotten. After 22 years old, I took a Bible study called Camino a Sanar. I learned to the love, grace, and mercy of God, and my life changed forever. Today I feel totally forgiven and free. And I recognize my daughter as alive. That is why today I break the silence that kept me in darkness. And I tell you that there is hope in Christ who paid for your freedom. That's why I will never be silent no more.